Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So in today's session we'll see one more concept in computer networks, that is types of error during data transmission. So in our previous session we have seen what is an error during the transmission. So if the sender data and the received data doesn't matches, that implies there is an error. So here the data will be transmitted in form of bits. So during the transmission, if 1 has been changed to 0 or 0 has been changed to 1, that is called as an error. And also we have seen the different causes of errors, right? So in today's session what we will see, what are the different types of errors, right? Yes, so let us start the session. Types of errors. So these type of errors during the data transmission. So the first one is a single bit error. So there are mainly three types of errors that may possible. So one is a single bit error. So we are saying an error means the bit has been flipped. Okay, so simply we can say error means flipped bit. Flipped bit. So flipped bit means 1 becomes 0 or 0 becomes 1 during the transmission. So here the single bit error, the name itself indicates, so during the transmission of data, so we know the multiple of bits will be transmitted. So among the multiple bits, only one bit, if only one bit has been flipped, then that is called as a single bit error. So here only one flipped bit will be there, or we can say only one bit is flipped. Okay, for example, if sender, so this is a sender, right? If the sender sends the data to the receiver, for example, the data is 1010, and if the receiver receives the data, okay, if the receiver receives the data like 1011, okay, this is a sender data, this is the data which has been received by the receiver. Okay, I'll write here. Okay, so this is the data sent by the sender, this is the data received by the receiver. So you can observe there is only one bit has been changed among sender data and the receiver data. So such type of error we call it as a single bit error. Okay, if one bit is flipped. Next, second one, the second category is multiple bits error. Multiple bits error here, as the name itself indicates, multiple bits are flipped. Multiple bits are flipped. For example, if the sender sends the data like 10101, and here it receives 111010, right? Yes. So here you can observe the sender data 10101. So actually the data should be reliable, and without any error that data should be transmitted to the receiver, but receiver receives the data 11010. So you can see this is a flipped, and this bit is a flipped, and this bit is flipped, and this bit also flipped, and this is correct. This is correct. So how many bits have been flipped? There are multiple bits. Okay, for example, let us take yeah, so multiple bits. If more than one bit has been changed, that is called as a multiple bits error. Okay, during the transmission. And the third category, let us check with the third category. So let me tell you one more example in this multiple bits. So if the sender sends the data 11010, and if receiver receives the data like 10101, right? Okay, like this. So how many bits have been changed? 1 1. Okay, 0 becomes, this is a flipped bit. The third one, correct one, and a fourth one, again this is a flipped bit. This is a one more example. So here also more than one bit has been flipped, right? So multiple bits, if the multiple bits have been flipped, then we can call it as a multiple bits error. And the next one, that is a burst error. Third one, burst error. So here the burst error means this is also one category of multiple bit error, but here if the consecutive bits, the multiple consecutive bits have been changed during the transmission, then that comes under this category, burst error. Okay, so in the second category, multiple bits, it doesn't mean that only the consecutive bits should be flipped. So the bits anywhere can be flipped, but it should be more than one, so that we call it as a multiple. But here in the burst error, if the consecutive bits have been flipped, multiple consecutive bits, then we can say it as a burst error. So the first example we have seen in multiple bits comes under this burst error. So here the multiple consecutive bits are flipped during the transmission. For example, sender sends the data 100110 01, right? And the receiver receives the data like 1110, sorry, 10101. Okay, so 8 bits. Now you can observe the first one correct, second one flipped, the third one 0, and here it is flipped, fourth one correct, fifth one again here it is a flipped, and sixth one here it is flipped. Okay, this one correct. So the consecutive bits, you can observe the consecutive bits. If the consecutive bits have been flipped, then we can call it as a burst error. Okay, burst error. So these are the different types of errors that may occur during the data transmission: single bit, multiple bits, and burst errors. So hope you understood this one, and if you are having any queries regarding this one, feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. Definitely I will try to clarify all your doubts. And if you really enjoyed the session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.